Does Microsoft actually spy on your Windows, or are these connections necessary for your computer to run efficiently? Let's take a look, and then I will show you how to disable the stuff you don't actually need. So to get a real picture, I got a brand new laptop, and the only thing I did was go through the setup process as a normal user would when setting up a new machine. Now that it's set up, to see the data connections that are being made, I installed something called Wireshark. This is a network analyzer. We use it to capture and analyze the data connections that are constantly being sent and received by the computer, and it allows us geeks to peek under the hood, if you will. And that's the only thing I installed. The first thing you see is there's a lot of stuff happening, and this is absolutely normal. Every device that makes any connection to any network needs to talk to that network. And the second the laptop connected, I got this notification from Fing alerting me. And we're going to get onto that shortly. Now let's filter out that noise. I'm going to look for only DNS, which is Domain Name System. It's the system that takes the text that we type and translates it into an IP address. The best explanation is like phoning a friend. We usually don't remember their number, but we've got their name and their number saved in our contacts, and our phone dials their number. It's basically the same thing for DNS. So now that I only see the DNS, it shows all the calls that your computer is making to the websites and servers out onto the internet. And there sure are a lot of them. Like, here is one, geoprod blah 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 at Microsoft.com. If you think the name implies that it's some sort of geolocation service that Microsoft knows where your computer is, you would be correct. Is Microsoft actually tracking your location? Kinda. This one has to do with the way you're getting those Windows and security updates, especially if you have the setting enabled that gets updates from other computers on your own network. To get their updates, Microsoft wants you to get those as quickly and efficiently as possible. You can get them directly from Microsoft, or you can use a system called delivery optimization. Now, bearing in mind that updates can be pretty big in size and not everyone has super fast unlimited internet access, this is actually a pretty great feature. Therefore, Microsoft has to identify where you are located so it can find the most optimal way for you to get those updates from the closest location. And Microsoft is clear about what this does. It cannot be used to download or send personal content. Delivery optimization doesn't access personal files or folders, and it doesn't change any files on that device. Now, you may not like that, so right-click on your Start button, choose Settings, then choose Update and Security. Then on the left-hand side, click on Delivery Optimization, and there, allow downloads from other PCs, and you can simply disable that. Okay, let's do one more quickly, and then I'm going to show you the settings that I turn off on Windows computers for better privacy. So this one and a bunch of others is all about Windows telemetry. And this is the way for Microsoft to collect and analyze data about your hardware and your software. But before you have a heart attack of why Microsoft needs to know this, they actually use this information to identify issues and fix problems and provide you with updates to make your computer more efficient and stable. And again, you may not like it, so we'll disable that. I mean, it's crazy just how much goes on that we don't actually know about. And this is just one computer. What about all the other devices connected to your network? Do you really know if that smart plug that you bought on Amazon isn't doing something weird? Well, since most people are not going to use Wireshark, I looked for a monitoring solution that anyone can use without being super geeky. And that's when I found Fing, who are actually today's sponsor. What Fing does is become your security guard for your network. It monitors all devices that are connected to your network, identifies each device's information, and allows you to control its access. You can limit the device's access. You can find if it has any open ports, making it open to being exploited. And you can even block it from your network altogether. It also has the security audit feature that gives you clear visibility about what's happening on your own network without you having to manually discover it for yourself or go into the router settings and make manual changes there, which, let's be honest, sometimes can be really confusing. This is a simple click and it's done for you. There are so many more features like monitoring your internet speed so you can scream at your provider for not delivering the speeds that you're actually paying for. There is even an app that allows you to find those hidden security cameras. And as you saw, my favorite feature is getting an alert when a new device connects to my network. You can even automatically block any new devices from connecting in the first place, which offers a massive layer of protection. And Fing has a free version as well as a paid-for version with more monitoring features, and you can check them all out. Link is in the description below. It's all about exposure and being able to take control. Now, you may not be comfortable sharing your Windows data with Microsoft, so here is how you take control of your Windows privacy. Alright, right-click on the Start button, choose Settings, then click the option which says Privacy. Alright, let's start with the general. The very top one, let apps use the advertising ID to make ads more interesting. Nope, I'm going to switch that particular one off. The next one, let website provide locally relevant content by accessing the language list. Yeah, I'm pretty okay leaving that one on, but it's up to you. And then let Windows track app launches to improve the start and search results and show me suggested content in the setting app. I'm going to switch both of those off. Now, underneath speech, no, I definitely do not want voice dictation or any of that nonsense, so switch that off. Ink and typing personalization, again, no handwriting patterns, none of that nonsense. I'm going to switch that one off as well. Now, under diagnostics and feedback, this is how much data you want to send through to Microsoft. There's only two options. It's required, sends only a little bit of information such as setting and capabilities, and then there's the optional, which sends a whole bunch more. Look, at the very least, I am going to select required only, and there is actually a way to send nothing, but that's another video, and let me know if you want to see that particular video, because you have to hack the registry to make that happen. Okay, so next up, let's go to activity and history. Now, the top section, jump back into what you were doing on your device by storing activity locally. Yeah, you can basically enable or disable that. I'm okay with leaving this on. All right, that was the top section. So it's divided into two sections. There's the Windows permissions, which is what we've just been through, and then there's an app permission level. And each one of those has got their own settings. Let's look at location as an example. Mine is switched to off. Now, if we go down to the app level, you can actually set that as well. You can switch it on, and then you can say certain apps are allowed to use my location. Now, as you scroll further down, you can enable or disable individual applications that are or not allowed to use your location. Now, that's pretty much how it works on an app basis. The very top section tells you what this is and allows you to make a decision unilaterally across your computer, switch it off or on. If it's on, you can go to the bottom section and you can allow certain apps to only access whatever that category is. And it's rinse and repeat as you go down this list on the left-hand side. And this is going to boil down to very much an individual choices. Some things you may want, other things you may not. Now, two things I will call out. There's one called communicate with unpaired devices. I switch that off. I want to have control, and I don't like my computer communicating with things that are unpaired, which means I don't know about them, and who knows what information it's sending back and forth. No, absolutely switch that off. The second one that I always look at is app diagnostics. Why should other apps have access to diagnostic information on my computer? I switch that one off as well. But again, very much a personal choice. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, there is a way to block all these unnecessary connections to Microsoft. It's a little bit more complicated, so let me know in the comments below if that is something that you want to see. And now that you have information about your slow internet speed from Fing, before you call your internet provider, just watch this video right over here to make sure there's nothing on your side that is causing your slow connection. And before you head out, don't forget to like this video, and I will see you in this video. Let's go.